Whether you just got a new side gig or a brand new main hustle, when you get paid with a 1099, you guys, it is so much different than when you are a W-2 employee. So today we're gonna talk about how different that is and all the new responsibilities you have when you're a 1099 contractor. As a 1099 contractor, the very first thing you're likely going to have to do is fill out a W-9 for every person or company who is going to be paying you. So Uber, Lyft, DoorDash are all going to collect a W-9 from you before you ever start working for them. If you are starting your own business and maybe you are a real estate agent or a financial advisor or a mortgage broker, then the company you're working under is also going to request a Form W-9 from you. So what is a W-9? This is the form that your company that you're working for or that you're paying is collecting from you with your name, your address, your business name, and your tax ID number, so that when they pay you, they're making sure they pay the right entity or the right social security number. So when they do the year-end financial reports, which is your 1099, it's getting reported to the correct entity, whether that's your personal social or your business tax ID number. Most companies are going to require that you complete this W-9 before they ever give you payment. So it is crazy important to make sure that when they request it from you, you fill it out right away. Filling this thing out and signing it, you guys, takes a total of about 3 minutes. So there's no reason to procrastinate on this. So the second responsibility that you now have as a 1099 contractor is that you gotta be tracking all of your business deductions. So when you were a W-2 employee, or maybe you weren't, but anyone who was a W-2 employee or is, they don't get to deduct their business expenses. As a 1099 contractor, you get to. So in order to deduct those, you have to be tracking them. So in order to make sure you're tracking your expenses correctly, you're gonna wanna open a separate business bank account and pay all of your business expenses out of that account. So you're also gonna wanna set up some sort of bookkeeping system in order to track your expenses. Now guys, don't panic. This can be something as simple as just using an Excel spreadsheet that you create by exporting your bank account statement straight to an Excel file. Super easy. If you're a little more detailed or you have a number of expenses, you may want to consider setting up a bookkeeping software such as Xero or QuickBooks Online or QuickBooks Online Self-Employed. If you are going to use a QuickBooks product, you guys, I'm actually a QuickBooks Pro advisor and partner, so use the affiliate link in the description box to get the best pricing that you can for your first 12 months. So the third responsibility you have now as a 1099 contractor is that you've got to track and pay your own income taxes. So this is the big one, guys. So think back to if you were ever a W-2 employee, or maybe you still are. When you're a W-2 employee, your employer is responsible for withholding all of your taxes, your payroll taxes, your FICA, your Social Security, your Medicare, your income tax withholding, your state income tax withholding. Okay, so that when we think about our gross pay when we're a W-2 employee and our net pay, that's the difference, is the employer taking out those taxes to pay to the government. Well, when you're a 1099 contractor, there's no employer, so you're responsible for paying your own taxes. So you're gonna get paid your gross amount. So it is your job to figure out how much you have to hold from that and pay to the government, because you're still responsible for doing so. You still have FICA, Social Security, Medicare, and your federal and state income tax withholding. Okay, so here's the doozy. If you wait to pay your taxes till April 15th, the IRS and the state income tax agencies are actually going to tack on some penalties and interests for not paying them during the year. So you are going to need to calculate what's called quarterly estimated tax payments and make them 4 times throughout the year in order to ensure that you're not going to be hit with those penalties and interests. We have a whole separate video on calculating your estimated tax payments, but today I want to give you my favorite method that I feel balances ease and accuracy. So what I want you to do first is calculate your net income. So your net income is all of your business income minus your business expenses. So you're going to use your Excel spreadsheet or your QuickBooks Online P&L and figure out what your net income for the quarter is. Once you have that net income number, I'm going to suggest that you hold out 30 to 40% in order to satisfy your projected income. Why so high? you're gonna say. First, I wanna make sure that you're holding out enough for your state income tax if you have state income tax. Second of all, I want you guys to make sure you're holding out enough for what's called your self-employment income tax. Self-employment income tax. So your self-employment income tax is 16% of your net income from your business. All right, so you're gonna have to hold out that 16%, and then that remainder, that either 14 or 24% that brings you up to that 30 to 40 is what's gonna pay your income tax. All right, and again, we have a whole nother video that goes into detail on this, but for the sake of ease and balance, 30 to 40% of your net income is what you wanna pay each quarter on your estimated tax payments. Last but not least, you guys, what do we do when it's actually tax time? When April 15th comes around, you're gonna fill out your individual 1040, but now you're gonna add what's called a Schedule C. And the Schedule C is what is used to track your business income and your business expenses and determine what your taxable income is from your business or from your 1099. So that's it. Those are the things you guys really need to understand as a new 1099 contractor when it comes to your responsibilities from a tax perspective. So drop a comment below if you guys have any other questions or comments or want any more clarification. I'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and while you're loving on me hard, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you never miss a future video.